Before we wrap up, I want to share a few secret tips that will make you sound even more like a native speaker. It's not just about the words, John. It's about how you say them.
Oh? Tell me more. Is it about grammar? Because I always worry about my grammar when I speak.
Actually, no. Tip number 1, always carry a smile in your voice. When you smile while speaking, your tone becomes warmer. Even if you disagree with someone, a smile makes it feel like a friendly discussion, not an argument.
Let me try. I see your point, Sophia. Wow, you're right. Just by smiling, I feel much more confident.
Exactly. Tip number 2, keep it simple. You don't need big words to sound smart. Using "I think" or "in my opinion" correctly is much better than using a difficult word incorrectly. Start small and grow from there.
That's a relief. And my tip for the listeners would be, listen to the other person. When they give their opinion, really listen to their why. It gives you more ideas to keep the conversation going.
Brilliant tip, John. Communication is 50% speaking and 50% listening. Keep these tips in mind and you'll be a conversation master in no time. You're doing great, John. But here's a common problem for learners. Sometimes they give an opinion, but it's too short. For example, if I ask you, "Do you like London?" What would you say?
I'd probably just say, yes, I like it. It's a nice city. Wait, that sounds a bit boring, doesn't it?
Exactly. It's a conversation killer. The secret to sounding more fluent is the word because. Every time you give an opinion, follow it with at least one reason. Try again, John. Do you like London?
Let me think. In my opinion, London is a fantastic city because it has so much history and beautiful parks. Wow, that sounds much more natural.
Perfect. Now let's put everything together in a real conversation. Listeners, pay attention. John and I are going to debate a very hot topic, cooking at home versus eating out at a restaurant. I'll start. For me, I think cooking at home is better because it's much healthier and you can save a lot of money. What's your take on that, John?
I see your point, Sophia, but I'm not sure about that. In my opinion, eating out is more enjoyable because you don't have to wash the dishes and the food always tastes better. Don't you agree?
You're right about the dishes, but don't you think it's too expensive to eat out every day?
Exactly. It is expensive, so maybe I feel that a mix of both is the best choice. Cook at home on weekdays and eat out on weekends.
I totally agree with you on that one. See, listeners, we just had a long, natural conversation using only the structures we learned today. Great job, John. Now that we know how to share our thoughts, we need to learn how to open the floor for others. Remember, communication is a two-way street.
You're absolutely right, Sophia. In London, we often say, "What do you reckon?" But for our global listeners, what's the most natural way to ask for an opinion?
The classic one is, "What do you think?" Or if you want to be more direct, you can ask, "Do you agree with me?" Try it, John. Ask me my opinion about, let's say, learning English through podcasts.
All right. Sophia, I think learning English through podcasts is the fastest way to improve listening skills. What's your take on that?
Exactly. What's your take on that is a fantastic, slightly more advanced phrase. And I totally agree with you, John.
But Sophia, what if I don't agree? Sometimes I feel bad saying I disagree or you are wrong. It feels a bit aggressive, doesn't it?
You're right, it can be. To keep it polite, we use softeners. Instead of saying no, try, "I'm not sure about that." Or my favorite one, "I see your point, but..."
Ooh, I like that. Let me try. Sophia,
I see your point about using AI for everything, but I'm not sure if it can replace a real teacher.
Spot on. By saying, I see your point first, you show respect to the other person. Then you can safely share your different opinion without any drama.
Brilliant. So we've got exactly for yes and I'm not sure for no. What's next on our list, Sophia?
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Speak Up. I'm Sophia, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, John. How's your morning going, John?
Hi, Sophia. Hi, everyone. Honestly, my morning is off to a great start. I just had a double espresso and a croissant. I feel like I have enough energy to talk for hours.
For hours? Well, let's start with our podcast first. But you know what, John? When you said the espresso was great, you were already doing what we're going to talk about today.
Oh? You mean sharing an opinion?
Exactly. Today, we are diving deep into a very important skill, how to express your opinion in English.
That is such a big topic, Sophia. I talk to many English learners, and they often tell me, John, I have so many ideas in my head, but I'm afraid to speak out. I don't want to sound rude, and I don't want to use the wrong words.
I totally understand that feeling. In many cultures, we are taught to be very careful with our words. But in English communication, especially when making friends or at work, sharing what you think is how you build trust and connection.
So, if I think a movie is boring, or if I think a project at work needs more time, how do I say it without making people feel bad?
That's exactly what we're going to cover. We'll start with the very basic, I think, and move all the way to professional phrases for your office meetings. By the end of this 25-minute episode, you'll have a complete toolbox of phrases to use in any situation.
I'm ready. But before we jump into the first lesson, we have a small favor to ask our listeners, right, Sophia?
Yes. If you find our lessons helpful, please take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It helps other English learners find us, and it means the world to our team.
And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review. It really helps the show grow. Okay, are we ready to speak up?
Let's get started. Time flies when we're having fun. Before we say goodbye, let's do a quick cheat sheet of everything we've learned today. John, do you have your notes ready?
I certainly do. First, for daily life, we have I think and I feel.
Exactly. And for a more professional or personal touch, we use in my opinion or for me.
Then, to ask for someone else's thoughts, we can say, what do you think? Or what's your take on that?
And don't forget the reactions. To agree, say exactly. And to disagree politely, use I see your point, but, or I'm not sure about that.
And the golden rule is always use because to add a reason to your opinion. It's the best way to keep the conversation alive.
Perfect summary, John. If you can remember just 3 of these and use them today, you're already making progress. Before we go, we have a little challenge for you. We want to hear your opinion. John, what is the question for today?
Here it is. Please comment below and answer this question. In your opinion, what is the best city in the world and why? Remember to use because to give us your reason. Sophia and I will be reading your comments and giving some feedback.
We can't wait to read your answers. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It helps us keep this podcast free for everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Keep practicing, keep speaking up, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers, everyone!
Goodbye for now. Happy learning!